Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Joe. Today we're going to be continuing doing some cleaning and lubricating, maintaining our firearms, and we're going to be going over how to maintain and lubricate your Palmetto State Armory Dagger. Let's get down to the tabletop and we're going to show you how to use it with some Aegis gun care. Let's check it out. So welcome back to the channel, guys. Like I said, my name is Joe. This is Shooting Gallery, and we are going to show you how to properly clean and maintain the Palmetto State Armory Dagger. There's a ton of videos on it, but I'm going to show you how I use it and how I clean it with some Aegis gun care. This stuff is the best stuff you can use in the business. Cleans all your firearms perfectly. Great formulas. They're a great American-made company, and I can't stress this enough. Any clean lubricate video you guys have seen, I always use Aegis gun care. This has been a mainstay in my repertoire when it comes to cleaning my own firearms. Use code JOJUICE, save 10% off. Like stuff like these mats, we're going to be using their cleaning kits that they have available. You can get these for like, I think like $39, and if you use code JOJUICE, save 10% off, and that includes merchandise, lubricants, and they even have, which I do want to show, I haven't used it yet, but they have their new lithium grease they just came out with. So you can actually get a 3-pack of the lithium grease, the cleaner, and the lubricant. I don't really use grease, but I didn't have this sent to me. I actually paid my own money for this because, yes, they do sponsor the podcast, but at the same time, they are in the business to actually make money, and I'm not going to be one of those guys that says I want everything for free. So we're going to go over how to, first of all, disassemble your Palmetto State Armory Dagger. Now, if you guys have weapons lights, this is what I recommend doing. I have a Goon Beam weapon light. This thing works for all TRL1 HL holsters. The clone of it has better candela and lumens. Definitely pick them up. Use code JOJUICE, 10% off at Goon Beam. Take your weapon light off. It's going to make it a lot easier. So you're going to do is just pop that, so unscrew it, pop that off, and put that to the side. This doesn't have as much carbon on it because I just think the glass he uses is better, and I don't shoot it as much with it unless I'm training with this particular gun. This is my home defense rig. So at the end of the day, when I'm laying in bed getting ready to go to sleep, take the dagger out the holster, which I have been carrying this, and this is kind of becoming my new carry gun. Check out that Gideon Optics Alpha on there. Amazing. Again, use code JOJUICE, 10% off. Gideon Optics is pretty much the optics sponsor of the channel. I love all their optics. I got their Advocate on my Bear Creek Arsenal rifle. I got this on my carry gun. Amazing red dot. I have a full review. I'll link in the description or a card, whatever I remember while I'm editing the video. So we're going to put that to the side. So the good thing about the PSA Dagger, guys, it is a Gen 3 Glock 19 clone. So it comes apart just like a Glock. So you're going to pull it back. And again, there's no magazine in the gun. We're just confirming there's nothing in the chamber. There you go. So this gun is safe to disassemble. Okay, cool. Now that you've actually charged the weapon, you're going to pull it back. These two takedown pins here, just like a Glock, pull them down. Boom. And you have to dry fire the trigger, obviously in the safe direction. And there you go. It comes apart as I do it wrong. There we go, boom. There we go. Oh, that was torture. So you get the frame, put that to the side. Your recoil spring and guide rod, your barrel. Take that out and you get your slide just like this. Now your optic, don't worry about your optic. I'm going to show you what to do in the end. So we're going to get into how to clean it. You get very dirty. I've shot this gun suppressed. I've shot it. This thing is close to 800 rounds to it right now. Every time I go to the range, I always probably shoot about 150 rounds through this gun. It is probably one of my favorite guns I've ever shot, next to the Kit Kat build. So we're gonna start with the slide using the cleaner. This stuff gets rid of all your carbon. It's awesome, non-toxic. Spray that down. Quick sprit on the breech face, right in the slide. There you go. Cool. Take your barrel. Couple sprays down there. Recoil spring. It's already kind of getting some. There we go. That's all you gotta do. I don't focus on the recoil springs on pistols, guys. You know that. Now we're going to take the frame, take your spray. There we go. We're going to let that sit for about 5 minutes. Let that cleaner get into the metal and all the carbon so it breaks down, and you're gonna see this thing cleans up like a dream. All right, so now it's sat for a little bit. We're gonna clean. All right, so we're gonna take a nylon brush that you get into the Aegis Gun Care cleaning kit. I'm gonna start scrubbing. This gun, guys, I swear to God, this PSA Dagger, and I'm not just saying that because they did, okay, yes, they did send it to me on T&E. I bought it at a discounted price. I actually paid my own money for this. This was one of the first guns when I moved down to Florida I really wanted to get into, because when I lived in Massachusetts, as I might say, they had a weapons roster, an approved weapons roster. And the Dagger was not on the approved weapons roster, and unfortunately PSA doesn't want to deal with anti-gun stage, which, you know, it's their own prerogative, and I understand why, because I don't want to deal with any bullcrap laws. But PSA is one of the only companies in the industry that's fighting for our rights, so that's why I like to support them. So I reached out to Josiah from PSA, and I was like, dude, I want to work with you finally. I'm in Florida. Let's get something going. And I decided on this Dagger. This is the gray frame Dagger Compact. Comes cut for an RMR. Came with suppressor sights and these sexy window cuts. I'm excited. So get that all nice and cleaned. Okay, put that to the side. Then we're going to take the barrel that we coated, and we're going to clean the feed ramp like we always do. And then this is just, oh man, this cleaner is the best. It's getting off the barrel, no problem. Clean that nice and good. So this is how you know how good this cleaner is. You're going to take a patch that is provided in the cleaning kit from the Aegis Gun Care. Clean that off. Nice. Look at that. Look how shiny that feed ramp is. That's what you want, guys. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the pistol pull-through rod, and this is going to take a 9mm bore brush. So you're going to screw the bore brush in. There you go. Slide that down the barrel. Take your T-handle that is provided in the kit as well. Screw this in. There you go. Pull that through. Boom. Okay, you're gonna do this one more time. And I always go breech to muzzle. Don't ever go muzzle to breech. You always want to go breech to muzzle, because the rifling is going that way. There is, if you have like a revolver, it's a different story, but everyone's going to tell you go breech to muzzle because you don't want to mess up the rifling. Which you really have to do some serious damage. You really have to use some, like, you know, archaic design of a bore brush to do some damage if you go muzzle to breech. Nowadays, metals and barrels are very, very well made. Okay, there we go. Slide that through. That's looking pretty. Now, what we're going to do is take a jag and slide a patch through. I'm going to put a patch through the barrel too. Screw the jag onto the pull-through cord. This is why I like the Aegis Gun Care cleaning kits, guys, because this like field kit is mostly just pistol caliber carbines and a 22 rimfire, which your 22 rimfire will also, your 22 caliber bore brush will also work for 5.56, 223. So you're able to clean a variety of guns with this. This also can work for carbines as well. It comes with a 9mm, a 45, and a 22. A 9mm will work with your 38, 357, and 380. A 45 will pretty much work for everything. I just used it in the 10mm. Oh, going the wrong way because I'm talking. All right, so there you go. Slide that through. A little bit of a twist on the end. Oh, that is pretty. Okay, look at all that stuff that kind of came out that barrel. All right, so we're gonna do this one more time. Beautiful. You're gonna look down there. It's gonna look all nice and clean. All right, cool. Now let's focus on the frame. Clean this all up. This thing is coming out beautiful. There we go. Now guys, I know you're gonna probably be like, why aren't you wearing gloves? I've been cleaning guns for a while. Yes, I should wear gloves, but the good thing about the cleaner is that it's non-toxic, so it's not gonna really jack up your hand. It doesn't have a bad smell where you're gonna get loopy, like if you were cleaning with certain other famous orange labeled cleaners that get you all dazed, confused, and you're singing Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. But yeah, you don't have that with this. Take a little Q-tip, get in between where the trigger meets the frame. Look at all that carbon. Gross. Okay, these Q-tip needle, these needle Q-tips are just friggin' amazing. You got a pack of 50 of them for like $2. Aegis Gun Care, use code JoJuice. Okay, cool. We got all that. Get that all nice and clean in there. Yikes! Look at that. Look at that. We're gonna change this up. You want to maintain, if this is your carry gun, guys, you kind of want to keep these things as clean as possible because you don't want to have to, and God forbid, use this in a self-defense scenario and it doesn't work due to not being cleaned properly. I mean, if you really want to, you could break this down, pop all 3 pins out, and like, you know, detail a field strip. I don't recommend that unless you've gone a couple thousand rounds. You might want to take the trigger group out and kind of clean the outside, make sure everything's all good in there. So, all right, now that everything is all nice and clean, take your microfiber cloth that the kit comes with, wipe the recoil spring down. Cool. Now, we are going to lubricate this bad boy. It's time for the JoJuice, everybody. Use code JoJuice for 10% off your entire order at Aegis Gun Care. So, we're going to start with the slide as we always do. And this is where everyone freaks out on me because they're like, you're putting too much lubricant on here. Guys, clean the gun how you want. If you feel you got to put a certain amount of lubrication on there, go right ahead. I tend to over lube just because that's just how I am. So with this needle applicator, doesn't come with it, but it's like a $4 add-on. It is the best thing you can do because it gets right into your slide rails. So you're going to drop this down there, slide it there, slide it there. Put a little bit on here, on the extractor. There we go. A little bit on the breech face. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. We're going to take a patch, rub it all in here so it's all coated. You're not going to get any rust on here. Okay. Okay, get all that in there. There we go. All right, so get that there, and again, if you do it at an angle, you're not going to damage your red dot. I'm going to show you what to do in a second. So, if you have a red dot, like me, sometimes you get some dust kitties in there from carrying it. Take the needle applicator, or the needle Q-tip, and just get the dust kitties out of there. Gets all the dust right out of there. Sometimes if you want to use a brand new one, go right ahead, nothing's stopping you. Cleans the inside of the glass so it gets all that out of there, and the outside of the glass nice and clean. This Gideon Optics Alpha is one of my favorite red dots I've ever used, and I used to be a die-in-the-wool certain red dot optic, but I love Gideon Optics. They're amazing optics. So now we got the slide lubricated and go to the barrel. Now drop that on the feed ramp, on the top, the locking lugs. Take this, and then I also say put a couple drops on the barrel because that's going to get a lot of use. Wipe that, make that all nice and clean. All right, cool. Now a couple drops down the barrel. All right, there we go. Now you don't really need the jag for this. You can just use the wooden part of the Q-tip, slide it through there. There we go. See all that clean stuff through the rifling. We're going to take one more patch and run it through there. Slide it through there. There we go. And look at that. Look at how clean that feed ramp is. That. Look how clean that bore is. Gotta love it. All right, put that to the side. Since your hands are all covered in oil, wipe it on here, take a patch and clean that. There you go. There you go. Don't have to do that much to the recoil spring, guys. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the frame. I'm gonna take the needle applicator. First off, you're gonna see the recoil spring, not recoil spring, the trigger reset spring. Take the needle applicator, drop it in there. Put it right on here, these two rear slide rails. There we go. Right on here where the connector is on the trigger. Drop some on the front rails. Drop a little bit on the slide release spring. And that's pretty much all you need to do. Then you're gonna take a patch. You're gonna get it all nice and wiped and get all the excess off. And that's pretty much all you need to do. They're very easy to maintain. So now we're gonna reassemble, which is just like any modern striker fire pistol. Barrel goes in first. Recoil spring goes in second. You wanna make sure that this silver spot is facing the rear of the barrel and this part is facing the front of the slide. Pop that in like that. And that's how you're gonna get your recoil spring back in. Now, just like any modern striker fire or any Glock, you're gonna put your slide rails on the front. Okay, get that through. Connects with the front rails, rear rails, as we're supposed to. Drop another couple drops on the front of the barrel. You put it on the patch with your finger, it's not going to damage you. And that is how, oh, and also you got to make sure you put the Goon Beam weapon light back on. Guys, check out Goon Beam. 10% off with code JOJUICE. Okay, and that is that. Beautiful. There we go. There you go. Guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Please do me a favor and head over to Aegis Gun Care and use code JOJUICE. You get the best cleaner, lubricant, and supplies in the game. Check out other people that support this channel, like Gideon Optics and Goon Beam with code JOJUICE for 10% off. And also, please check out Palmetto State Armory. They are one of the few companies in the industry that want to work with this channel and work with me. And they support the little guys, so that's why I am a big proponent of Palmetto State Armory. They want to arm everybody in America without having to sacrifice quality, because they are American made, they're born and bred in America, and they're gonna be able to literally arm the entire populace, because that's what the Second Amendment was intended for. Guys, check out Palmetto State Armory. This is the PSA Dagger. I love this gun. This is literally going to be my new carry gun once I get a new holster from fattac.com. That is where the merch for this channel is. If you want to check out some merchandise, check out Fattac. I'll have a link in the description. As always, guys, stay safe, stay shooting, and we'll see you next time. Peace.